Welcome back to it, guys. Where all this talk of Tobago Carnival, one thing we do know and love about Tobago is the tourism product. And the Tourism Agency Limited has partnered with the Foundation for Environmental Education and Green TNT and are in the middle of hosting the annual Blue Flag National Operators Meeting. The meeting concludes tomorrow. This morning, we have Wendell Walker of TTAL and Danielle Schaefer from the Foundation for Environmental Education to update us on what's happening at this very meeting as it relates to our sister isle. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Forgive me for the mispronunciation. Mr. Daniel Schaffer is the CEO of the Foundation for Environmental Education. We're glad to have you joining us this morning. And I would like to start with you, as you can give us a little bit of perspective when it comes to why this is important. Let's think like visitors, the many that will be coming to the shores of Tobago. Why is this Blue Flag certification important? Why should we be interested in this altogether, Daniel?
Well, I think for the first point, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I think the most important thing is that when you look at Tobago, people come here because it's such a pristine and beautiful place, and that's the main reason people want to visit it. So it's really important that we protect that and we make sure that the tourism industry doesn't impact negatively on the location. Not only for the tourists, but mostly for the people who live here. It's really essential for us to make sure that we protect and preserve the beauty and the natural importance of the places that we visit. So I think this is why it's so important. And a program like Blue Flag allows the industry in Tobago to use a tool which has been tested all over the world to ensure that they can do this in the right and sustainable way.
Beautiful stuff. That appreciation we could perhaps contextualize even more specifically, Wendell. Could you give us a little bit of an insight as to what the Blue Flag program, in the context of Tobago's journey towards becoming a more eco-conscious destination, what does that entail? What does that look like?
Hi, morning to all your viewers. Thanks for having us. So really, the Blue Flag program is part of our strategy and commitment towards sustainable tourism development. Mm-hmm. So we've been blessed with natural resources in the marine space. And the Blue Flag program is one way of actually making sure that the environment remains in a condition that can attract visitors for years to come. In other words, sustainability. So what you find is that we have a number of programs reaching out to the boat operators in this instance, and just to get them aware of the program, to practice safe environmental methods, and also educational awareness, so that they will educate their visitors, their clients on the boats in terms of safety practices, the environment. The Blue Flag program has a number of criteria in terms of safety on the boat. How do you treat with encounters with wild animals? You don't make noise, you don't touch, things like that. So really, it's about one, educating the operators and the public about the importance of the environment, the marine environment, and maintaining it, and also having a deeper appreciation for the program and how it could fit in globally. So it also allows us, in terms of tourism, to be able to market the destination as one that is committed to the environment. We've had the two boat operators. The Tobagos was the first in the English-speaking Caribbean, and we have the most at this time boat operators, Blue Flag certified operators in the English-speaking Caribbean. So all these are things that add to our tourism product or attraction as a destination to international visitors.
Truly something to be proud of. But Wendell, granted that the meetings would have started on the 15th and continues to the 18th, any insight from the actual happenings that you can share with us thus far?
So maybe, yeah, Daniel.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if that question was meant for me or for Wendell.
I was initially saying Wendell, but by all means, Daniel, take the lead and perhaps Wendell could add to that later.
Right.
Well, for us, the meeting is the opportunity of bringing the national operators of this program from all over the world to discuss developments within our program, developments within criteria, trends that are happening around the world in terms of certification and accreditation of environmental schemes, and also the ability, the possibility to learn from each other, best practices, sometimes where the hurdles are and what are the solutions that we can, learn from each other and how to solve these. And I can't think of much better places to do it than Tobago. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place. We're enjoying this tremendously.
Glad to hear it. I will live vicariously through you as I'm not there just yet. But Wendell, could you tell us some of the learnings that have been derived thus far? Those best practices that Daniel mentioned, I'm sure some of them we may already employ and just have to develop on. Any things that you'd like to share with us that have happened in the previous days?
So Anchor, just to be clear, today's the second day. The actual meetings actually take place over 2 days, and they're really meetings for Blue Flag and FEE for the national operators. So they would really have been closed door sessions. So yesterday would have been the first day. Today's the second day. So it's actually just 2 days of meetings. But today we have just after 12, we have a session with the secondary schools on the island. There's a session where they get to present on their eco activities. So for an hour, the schools will be presenting to the operators and to other gathered members, the other delegates, some of the practices that and projects that they're undertaking in their schools. And then following that, we have a stakeholder knowledge sharing session where we have a number of presenters, the Environmental Management Authority, the Institute for Marine Affairs, the Met Office, Environmental Research Institute of Charlottesville, and two others, Recycling Waste Limited, and Species. So these are all stakeholders, environmental groups who will be presenting and sharing some of the things that groups in Tobago do, so that they're exposing it to the national operators in the other countries. So they're getting experience of what activities take place in Tobago in terms of the marine environment.
Sounds good.
And that session starts at 2 p.m.
Now, in terms of getting involved, how can interested boat tour operators in Tobago register to become Blue Flag certified?
Okay, so we have actually been along with Green TNT is the national operator for Trinidad and Tobago. So we've been partnering with them since 2020, right? And so we've had a separate session, which was a boat operators forum, specifically for the boat operators. That was about 2 weeks ago. So they have been exposed. We actually had a link with operators in Turkey and Spain sharing some of their experiences with being Blue Flag certified, so that it actually acts as sort of an incentive, lessons learned and sharing experiences to get the boat operators here on board. But we have at our product development unit, we actually go out to some of these boat operators. We'd have reached out to them before. We would do audits to see exactly what sort of readiness they are to meet the criteria for Blue Flag. But they can also contact us at our office. we're at Pleasant House at the corner of Backlet Extension Road and Hamilton Street in Scarborough, Upper Scarborough. And they can also contact us at 612-8825.
Perfect. And granted that we've got your contacts, Daniel, how can we connect with the Foundation for Environmental Education? Please share your contacts.
So the best way to do it is to contact us through our emails, because we sit in Copenhagen. It's a bit far. But emails seem to work well, and the best way to contact me is at daniel@fee.global or info@fee.global. Send us a mail and we'll get back to you always.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for giving us the insight and for continuing to help make Tobago one of the best islands in the world. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We head to the break, but there's more on the Now Morning Show. Stick around. We'll be back.